Good morning, everybody. Ironic is back with Dark Souls 2 Jedi Edition. Today, we are taking on the co-op areas. However, there's a little catch. Unlike the previous episodes, I did not record the audio while I was playing. This is due to the fact that for 3 of the 4 areas, I tend to despawn the place, so I can make sure I have full Estus for the actual fight. Now, doing these areas, I do summon the 2 NPCs, but for the boss fight themselves, I desummon them so it's still 1-on-1, or in some cases 1-on-2 and 1-on-3. So this first part shall be the co-op areas, and next week shall be the co-op bosses. So, without further ado, here we go. Click. Okay. So I am using my headset, so that's why my voice sounds different, and it might also pick up a lot of atmospheric noises around me. So I believe I mentioned before I did these in order, and this is the only time I allow myself summons as it's co-op areas. So yeah. Now the point of this switch is to try to run through after it opens and get to the other side. But I never do it because it's always these enemies, and you can kind of see in the background that there's some fireballs being spat out as well, and the gate closes really quickly. Why I still open it up so that they come out, I honestly don't know. Maybe I just have fun fighting these guys. It's like a little practice before the rest of the board. Alright, then you want to come down here. You want to make sure you have your companions with you. And boom. And the guy who is shooting up top cannot be reached unless you make it through the gate. Now through that gate, I'm not going to show you because I never did with this playthrough. There's actually another area like the one you just saw with the same thing, and that's how you get to the top in the next, I think it's the next room or the room after next. But yeah, the only way to reach these guys is either with some range, which as a Jedi I do not have, or you go through the gate. Now, as you can see, there is a guy right there. If I recall correctly, the first time you go through this, you don't really see him. He's more at the side. But all the other times, he's right there, so just watch out. Now, this right here, I would say, is where most people complain about this area. You have this small little corridor of safety away from the archers. You have these guys doing these huge attacks. It is quite annoying. Gotta love that backstab. And there's the archer. And there's the arrow. And yeah. In this run, I forgot about him. when I shrunk my Estus. But don't forget about him. And you can see that aurora around me. That is the Walk of Peace. That slows me down a lot. And that's one of the big complaints about this area. Is that you just saw him cast it again right there. Is that you can't just run through it because they cast that on you and it basically stops you from running. Now this guy, if you watch him, the lava comes out of his shoulders, but it rotates. See, at first it came out his left side, then right, and then it's coming out his left again. So you have to really watch out where it comes from if you're gonna start spamming the attack after you dodge. And yes, he is one tough cookie. Especially when you have lightning and arrows being shot at you. Ow. And there we go. Now, I mentioned in the intro that I did clear out 3 of the 4 areas. The 4th one is that I did not clear out, or despawn everyone, is the outskirts. However, on this one, I never really attacked the people up top, and that last guy was still alive. I believe most of these are actually my second time through. So that's why you saw me quickly sat down. Because I would go through it, get to the boss room, despawn the 2 NPCs, and then just feather back to the bonfire. So I was watching a video recently, and they said that the previous one and this one are the 2 worst runs in this game. So apparently, I'm doing the 2 worst ones first. And I got my twinblade guy back. Yeah. Now, I would argue that this area would not be as bad if it wasn't for the fact that it's memory and you're on a timer. Now, if you were able to take your sweet time, this isn't that bad of an area. I probably would solo it, to be honest. But it's the fact that it has that timer that you have to go fast. So this is an earlier one. On a later version, I found out, after doing this multiple times, that what you actually want to do is go on the left side through that first door. All these doors will swing around. You want to go on the left side, swing around, there's a guy standing up top, you get him, and then you jump down and run towards this area and kill the lizard. Haha. Especially when you would be fighting away from that one fire lizard's spit, whatever it is. He's spitting fire. And you can see there's an archer back there. Unfortunately, these fireballs go through them for some odd reason. This guy that popped out came out of this room right here. Excuse me, Lori. Come on. There we go. Luckily, these guys' only attack is the spitting fire. They might have another one, but because I'm behind them and there's no room to rotate, they can't really do anything. Now this you want to just draw out, because there's actually someone in that room to the left. And so you don't want to run in there, get attacked by them, because you might be thinking, oh, I'll just run through. Oh. Okay, never mind, I was wrong. Oh, it's probably another room I'm thinking of. But you really don't want to run through, try to get him from behind, because everyone else would catch up to you before you kill the lizard, and then you'll be stuck. Now this room was fun. As you can see, there's a whole another level. And you'll notice, like right there, you can see a hole. So it would drop you down and want to kill you. But there's a stairway right here. And there's another one further up. The thing is, these stairways are also guarded. If I recall correctly, this is a playthrough that I show you what's on the bottom. Ow. Ow. Obviously, I did not fight the boss in this run, because I wasn't going to face her alone with 3 Estus. So there is a lizard down there that when it shoots its fireballs, it can't hit you directly, but the explosion can still hit you. So that's why you want to try to fight to the left of it, but just watch out for that one hole. Yeah, this is it. So as you can see, there's one guy standing right here. I don't remember about the other path way down. Oh, there's 2 guys here. Another reason you don't want to fall down. And those drugs are filled with water, and whenever you are wet, you take less fire damage. So it's a nice little helpful thing right there. Yeah, there's nothing much down here. There's a few items scattered. I know one of the areas, it might be here actually. Yeah, it might be this one you get the item I'm thinking of. Yep, there it is. Twinblade +7. Get a free +7 Twinblade. Though by this time it's like, why bother? I mean, you can't even come here until you get to Ancient Dragon. So at that time you could easily have a +10 Twinblade. Heck, you can have the weapon I have now, because it's from Shrine of Amana. Yep, and as you can see, that's basically it down here. And of course, the people up top might end up following you down the hole, too. So that is the only time I actually went down. And that lizard on the bottom, I was explaining with the explosions, I did die once or twice while I was trying to despawn everything. And now, the next area. Well, first I have to despawn everything. So this is what I did. I despawn, made sure they're gone, and I went in. And I came to this DLC. So if I had to choose an area to solo, this would be my favorite one to solo. Though I do enjoy the Frozen Outskirts, I enjoy it more as a group adventure. While the Iron Passage, I think that's what the first one's called. That one is very tight, like you're very combined. Maybe if I was soloing it, I would take the top route. Because you can actually stay on the top route. And as long as you make it past those 2 gates, you can go to the final room and actually not kill anything. But the Sir alone, that would be a pain to solo. So if I had a solo one, I would solo this one. Now, it might seem odd that this torch is down here, considering how light everything is. But there is actually a reason for it, which is nice. And these guys right here are the cheesiest enemies in the game. I despise lances. Even when the NPCs have them. Because for some reason, when they do their jump attack, it tracks you. No matter if you make them do a 180 in the air, it still tracks you. It's annoying. Now, if you're wondering if anything happens if you light all these, not that I know of. There is one particular one, though, that you do want to light. Yeah, this is me just noticing. Wait, the other one's already down. So gotta get down there. Now, these things do spit, I believe it's petrification. So you definitely don't want to just sit there and get hit, like in the Black Gulch, because Black Gulch is just poison. This instantly kills you. And there's always these side areas. Some has loot, some do not, but they have a lot of those spinning towers. And as you can see, there's also the creature with a bunch of them on it. They are easy to kill with range, but with the melee, it's hard. But that right there is the one you want to light. Because, even though I skipped it, the next one over is actually the path you want to take. So before you drop down here, if I recall correctly, you can actually see where that torch is, and then that way you know which one to drop, and so you can just quickly run through here. See, I mean, you can hit these with melee, but it's just annoying. Because if you hit the statue, it just bounces. You have to hit the little turtle thingy. Now I'm just finishing lighting all the torches, because, like, why not? Now be careful, because if you saw the comments on the ground, there's actually one of those spitting ones right behind you. And yes, I did die. I'll explain how I died when we get to that spot. So right here, see, I'm attacking it. I thought I was safe, but they can actually hit through the worm creature, and that's how I died. They were on the other side. I was just, using all my endurance to hit the worm creature, and then boom, they attacked me. So that's why I didn't just stay in the corner and destroy it. And really, all you have to do is roll some. Stand right here. So this is the easiest to solo, but the boss itself, I would say, is the hardest to solo. So I guess you can say it kind of evens out. And I shall go over all that next week. I'm hoping the tips I gave you will help you in your own playthrough. Now it's time for everyone's favorite, the Frozen Outskirts. Considering the last video I posted, I believe, was the Frozen Outskirts defense, now you get to see the actual gameplay. So this was a much later attempt than attempt 2. That's how I know exactly where to run. Well, somewhat exactly. My beginning attempts, I just kind of stood there and just waited for the storm, because I don't remember where this was. I would highly advise to do the head's quest before coming here so you can summon him. I mean, all you really have to do is go defeat his body, which is... no, it's not in Shaded Woods, but it's the area after that. I don't quite remember the name. But I think you have to unpetrify a statue, and then behind that is the body. Defeat it, and then you can summon him here. Why, Storm? Why? So, fun fact, this first area there are no spawn points. So if I actually knew where it was, I could have just ran through it. There we go. Yeah, that's why I was walking slowly. If I ran, I would have probably walked off the cliff. Okay, there's nothing really in there. However, I would recommend you do go in, just because the way it comes out on the other side, it really puts you in the direction of that. So if you just follow that wall and see where it breaks off, you turn, and just go straight, you'll head straight towards the second building. Just checking to make sure I have everyone with me. See right here, the storm picks up, you brace for a fight. Boom! Ow. Now these horses can be tricky, but it's still kind of fun to fight if you're in a group. Let me rephrase that. If you're in the group, this is actually a fun area. And that's what I mentioned in my video, is that this is meant for co-op. See, you wait. Even if you finish the reindeer, you wait until the storm stops. So you can pass as many spawn points as you want. They will not spawn until the storm hits. And it's when that storm hits, it's like a on and off switch. When the storm's going, the spawn points are on. When it's not going, the spawn point is off. And here's where the healing water is. I know in my video when I quickly came here, I didn't have the stone to put in, the lock stone. But there's the healing water. Have fun trying to get your NPCs in there though. Luckily they're pretty beefy. Then go out the door and just head straight there. Ooh, a twinkling. Now around this time, if you come here, sometimes you can actually get two of them on you at once. Because you might be like right in the middle between two spawn points, so they both spawn. Don't fret about going back to the previous building to heal up. It's okay. They're gonna come back anyway, so whatevs. Especially when your cleric over there likes to cast heal when half the time you're not even close to them. Yeah, that was annoying. Yeah, this was more of a mistake on my part. But there was a few times when I came back here on purpose because I got a little bit too much damage and I want to be able to have as many Estus as I can. And, you know, due to this challenge, I didn't have any life gems. So I just said, I'm just going to return. I have like a sliver of health. My cleric's not healing me. I'm just going to run back, get into the water, and just do it again. Now that guy you see to the right, oh, you don't see him anymore. He is a good fighter. He's not just some random hollow. So just keep a heads up with that. Another way you can do it. Ow. Yep, see, there we go. I got two of them in this one. Ow. It hurts and I'm just watching it. And of course, if you followed me this long, you know how much I love this song. And considering it came from a snowy mountain
in Castle Crashers. Of course, I had to add this song. But anyways, so you just keep running. Now, if you get close to the building and the storm picks up like this, I would actually recommend just keep running. Get into the building. Now, this building, you got to be careful. You want to quickly come up here and, just get this guy, whatevs. But the reason I say that is because there's that guy right there who's standing in the corner. So you quickly want to get up, and then you can let your NPCs mates take the first couple of hits, and you can strategize how you want to take them down. Or it's the fact that it also gives you time to react. So he's the guy I was talking about. I don't know if there's two of them or if he just tracked us down from the start. But yeah, as you can see, he's pretty much armed. So of course, you want to just stay in here until the storm is done. Now this next part's a little bit difficult, because there's no building indication. But from this door, you kind of want to just run forward. You can see the holes coming. And then you look down, there it is. And that shall take you to the kitties. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Next week, it's going to be the 4 co-op bosses. However, I'm doing them solo. Now, it's going to be the same format as this, so I hope the different mic sounds and the different volumes didn't throw you off. But until then, I hope you have a great day, and peace out. I'll see you again. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.